Well, hey, how's everybody doing today? It's another day. So I think with the running out of the timeline, we've entered into what they call the void, so to speak. And I keep pulling this picture up, and we keep apparently heading towards that date, April 5th. Um, it kind of goes back to continuity of government, or if you want to look at like your computer, back in the old Windows 10 days and stuff like that, you had an option to reset your computer back to the time it was working the best, right? So if everything was correct until this happened, like I said, if this was the first thing that happened, this may have to be the last thing that happens. Um, I don't know how to explain it any other way than that. And that could be significant. With the whole ground floor thing right here, that solid, not sure, and the yellow here could be a flare, solar flare. Not real sure. But I know those three domes have ended, so, and this goes back to, okay, so do we go to the 5th to where things got damaged and things get reset, or do we go those 2 extra days to get to like the 8th for that 8th day? Again, not real sure, just putting my comments out there. Is what it is. And also to give you an idea, okay, so again, I've talked about this before, they tell you live in a free country, but you don't, right? If you understand what freedom is to do what you want, when you want, how you want, using consciousness, right? Means think before you act, think of others, so to speak. That's why the statement is it's better to rule in hell than to serve in heaven, because they wanted to rule over people rather than just and it's not get along. You don't go along to get along. um, that's a hard one because it's the English language, right? I'm just saying, we help one another, we serve our race. Yeah, we do things for ourselves, but it's with the greater good. Where obviously, if you look around, this is not for the greater good, right? It's for the good of a few, so to speak. Um, which, if this is the path back to life, then it's for the greater good of all. So, however you want to look at it, it's a duality world. So anyway, back to this. Like I said, I keep coming back to this, and I should have just stuck with this from the beginning. It was probably just wishful thinking on my part, but there's something to all this. So whether the 5th is a good date, or the 8th, that 8th day, or the 7th, hell, it could still be any time. But they put stuff like this out there for a reason, I do believe. And I've always said it's their way of giving back. They don't. There's a lot of people out there that tell you, oh, they have to tell you what's going on. Well, there again, if you look at the Bible as just a bunch of reference points, those books, yeah, it's the same story. So it's not that they're telling you what's going on, but not specifically, correct? I'm just saying. So, on with my day, on with your day. Hopefully this is all the further we got to go is to that date right there. Not real sure. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. I just look at things from the perspective of, it's here and it's there, it's above, it's below, it's the inner, it's the outer, it's all things. So, like I always say, it is what it is. So I love you all. Have a great day, and we'll see what happens between here and there. All right, bye bye.